Training Yard Review. Hello and welcome to this Training Yard Review. Today what I'm reviewing is the 1992 Annie and Clarabel. Not just 1992, Annie and Clarabel in general. We'll go through the timeline of them. So let's first start with 92. In 92, they had the stamped face, staples, no dates on the wheels, thin wheels, flat magnet, and gray roof. The gray roof was the most distinguishing aspect of it. The Annie had this more surprise face. You can see here. Each side was identical, the back had nothing on it, while the Clarabel had more of a calm face. Maybe the Annie was scared about something Thomas was doing. I don't know. This was the first passenger rolling stock released on the line, and in many years the only passenger rolling stock. You know, here's just another set of 92s, which are the exact same. Then came along in 96. 94, they removed the staples. They added dates. They took out the gray roof and added this white one here. What else did they do? They removed the stamps and replaced it with this. 96, they changed it to the magnet that's round but still has the little blunt tip on it, so it can work still reasonably well with flat magnets. And that was done in 95 and 95 or 98. 95, 96, 95 and 96. Then in 78 they removed them and made them just regular round magnets, as you can see here. Then going later, they added the magnet cover, added the name, and what am I forgetting? I think that might be it. And then they stayed like that for a number of years until it got to the GCI days. Here, don't mind the balloons for a second. They completely remade the model. They made it so they basically GCI'd everything. It's made it more detailed, but lost a lot of its nostalgia. You can see here it has the white handrails and all the little lining here, taking away from the classic simplicity of the old look. And then the face was completely redone to a more GCI looking face, and they took out the one looking shocked or surprised. Now they're kind of looking like mellow happy, and both of them. And here, this one happens to be the one in 2011 used in the Knotford Stations in the destination that Tomy made only for 2 or 3 years with the special balloons. I have the same thing with the Thomas. And then in 2013 they received another overhaul, this is one of my newer models. Received another total overhaul. You see here, let's look at the previous one. You can see the white handrails have turned into a more goldy handrails, which you can barely notice. The height windows have gone away, and now they're all the same height. All this black lining has turned into darker brown lining. The brown has turned to a different shade. The most noticeable thing, the roof has changed. These lines here now have a circle around them. And yeah, that's all the noticeable differences. And they got actually dated again, and the little magnet cover changed to types of plastic. The faces are the same. So yeah, that's Annie and Clarabel. Now, my opinion on them, they're a great model. The older ones have great classic nostalgia, but the newer models are just as useful. You can't have a complete collection without them. I really highly recommend having some model of Annie and Clarabel. It doesn't have to be the 92 ones. Just having some. The 2013 ones are great in my opinion. You can use them as anything. You can use them as Scarlowy railway coaches. You can use them with more to be any branch line coaches. You can use them to be even mainline coaches. They're great multi-purpose. That's the only reason why I have so many. I have 11 Annie and Clarabels because that's what I use them for. And you don't have to have the old ones. If you have lots of flat magnet things and you would want them to run with flat magnet things, then I would suggest getting the 96 or earlier with the little flat magnet thing adapter on it, just so it's easier to run with, like here, so it doesn't come off the flat magnet. And if you're a hardcore collector, you know, you always want to get 92 stuff, but it's not too mandatory for the average collector. It's definitely a model that you need to get. My opinion on it, the older ones, I give it, I'll give it A minus, maybe B. Nothing special about them. I would give it B. The older ones, the newer ones, I would give it a B minus, just because it lost the classic nostalgia. But still, great model. Get somewhat version of it. Doesn't have to be the old ones. Doesn't have to be the 96 one. But it could be the new one. It's up to you. I highly recommend it. That's my thoughts of Annie and Clarabel.